Today we are going to create the beams. We began from the model from the other day that we have the isolated footing and the columns. And the first thing that we are going to do is go to one of the levels for the beams, okay? We'll go for the ground level, okay? And we will begin our beams instead of the ground level in the first one, because the ground level we will have the slab on grade that the beams will be few. We will have few beams, not all of them. So first thing, we go to a structure, beam, we will select the concrete rectangular beam. If you don't got it, you will go to load family, structural column, structural framing, concrete, and you will load it here, okay? You can go open and you will load it. Now, as this is not the dimensions that we want for the beams, we'll go and we'll have edit type, duplicate, and we will create 200 by 600. Okay, I will change the B dimension for 200. So duplicate, change the name, change the dimensions. Okay. And we are gonna create now our beams. First thing, make sure that you have chain, so you don't have to click every time beginning and ending of the beam. You will create one and then the next point, and the beams will be continuous, okay? So we'll begin our beam in the corner of the column, and we will go until the end, or until our axe, mainly. We continue until the axe again. Till the axe. Once we finish creating it, escape twice. One for escaping from the element and one from escaping to the order. This beam is not in the right position, so we will move it. We'll use the order align. We can select and use the order align, or we can write AL. So align from this point, this element, and we will lock it. So if we move the columns, the beam will move with the column. We have the external beam, okay? We are gonna create one secondary beam that we will use for the stair. So beam, again, from the middle of the column to the middle of the column. Then when we place the stair, we'll finish the structure for the stairs. But now, here will be the stair, so I will place already the surrounding beam, okay, to the stair. Then this will be fixed and we will have another beam holding the landing, but this will be later on. Okay, the other side of the building, that we are creating two different structures, the same. We come here and we create our beams. Again, align to the column. There's two options depending on the size of the building. We can move the column down or we can move the beam up. But when the beam is not the same dimension that the column, is better if we got it in a corner, okay? So we'll move it up, block it, and from the lower one, the same. We will move it down and block it. So now we have a joint between the two buildings, okay? And we have the beams. If we go to the 3D, we can see the beam all around, okay? And I can select all the elements directly from the 3D. From right to left, from left to right, I select only the elements that is inside. From left to right, from right to left, every element that I touch, it will be selected. So I can select it like this and then filter. Check none. Select my beams, structural framing. Apply. And I will have only my beams, so I can work with them. Or I can go for an elevation and select only the beams. In this case, as we have the analytical model, we will have to filter anyhow. So we can do it directly from the 3D and select only the elements that we want. So now we'll copy to clipboard and then paste to align it selected levels. And we are gonna copy it for the roof and for the ground level. Using the key control, you can select more than one level. Okay? Say OK, and they will be copied there. Okay? Wait a second. We will delete the beam on the roof because we don't have the stair up to there. We don't have the hole in the upper floor, so we don't need that beam. And we'll save to make sure that we have the model.